Hey there, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is the first time I'm using actually this recording software, so let me know if you think that is okay with you, and not okay with you, but if you think that the quality is fine, the audio is fine, yeah, let me know. Yeah, also today we're going to talk about 2024 list that I did for my predictions for FlutterFlow. So what we actually expect to happen, what I expected to happen in 2024, and I made a list with my top 10 expectations. That was 1 year ago. So today I'm going to dissect this list that I did, and we're going to talk about if I have actually predicted right or wrong. So if you haven't watched that video, that is the video I'm talking about. It's called 2024 Top 10 Features I Predict FlutterFlow to Implement, which is probably not a great title for the video. But yeah, that's the video that I did 1 year ago. And first, I'm going to talk about my predictions that I did for 2024, that what FlutterFlow has or will be implemented, or I expect FlutterFlow to be implementing it. But before we start this video, let me actually just say thank you very much for all subscribers on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel. I'm actually trying to reach 5.7 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I'm very close thanks to you guys. Right now, I'm almost 5.5. The reason I try to reach 5.7 is because I have a friend. He's a friend of mine. I know him in person, and that's the only person that I know in person that has actually more subscribers than me. So if you want to make me the person that I know that has the most subscribers, you can actually help me with that. So thank you very much for even consider being subscribed to my YouTube channel. And also, of course, thank you very much for all the paid members who are constantly, continuously supporting the channel. 95% of all the income from this channel is actually coming from paid members. So that is actually a huge support to me for keep on making those videos. And also, so I'm just going to show you. And also, if you consider being even a cadet, you're going to have an access to all my live sessions I do every Wednesday. And if you consider to be a Fanatic member, you have access to 40 plus videos that are only for my Fanatic members. So yeah, with that, I just want to start the video. So let's start with the first item that I had predicted in 2024 that FlutterFlow are going to be making it. So the first item is dynamic links. So expect the dynamic links to be implemented by the end of 2024. Unfortunately, that was actually the prediction, or that was actually set by the FlutterFlow team as well during the year. And because dynamic links are going to expire this year, 2025, in the summer, I expected the FlutterFlow team to be ready with a solution because Firebase actually, dynamic links from Firebase are actually expiring, so you cannot use them anymore in new projects, and they're going to work until the summer of 2025. Unfortunately, they are actually late, so that I would say no to this particular um, to this particular um, to this particular prediction that I had. I will actually blame the FlutterFlow team for that because my expectation was that the dynamic links, it was very easy expectation that dynamic links were about to come, but they are still not yet done. And what I know for dynamic links is that they're going to implement probably using a library. They're actually very focused on libraries, and they're going to actually using a service, another service, of course, not Firebase. So let's hope that they're going to make it as soon as possible. I actually expect it to be done in the end of this year, at the end of January. But we're going to see. let's hope as soon as possible, as soon as better. So the second one, it's a real-time screenshot mode. What that means is that right now, if you try to do screenshots using the preview mode, so if you open FlutterFlow, click on preview, there is a way to create screenshots. But right now, fortunately, this is actually not working. It's actually, the idea is that if you have real-time data, if the data is coming from API call, from database, from Firebase, or SQLite, or um, it's coming from Superbase, any external data, uh, it will actually not work. It will actually not going to be shown, and this is something that I really was hoping that they're going to be improved by the 2024, but unfortunately, this has not happened yet. So I'm going to show you real quickly what I mean. So if you open any project out there, you can just click on the icon over here. That is the preview app icon, and you can do the screenshots there. So fortunately, I have to say no to that as well. And then we have the third one is in-app automatic testing within FlutterFlow. Within FlutterFlow is the most important part. So we have automatic testing. So what that automatic testing is mean is that we can actually go over here. That's the automatic testing, says tests, and you can actually create automatic testings. And let me know, guys, in the comments if you're actually using that functionality, because so far I haven't met anyone using that functionality because I think it's very hard to use it. FlutterFlow actually improved that significantly using the VS Code extension. So now you can very easily download the code using the extension, and then you can run your testing inside VS Code, which would be much easier than before. But still, my expectation was that they're going to do it within FlutterFlow, because what is the idea? The idea is that you have an automatic testing that is going to, for example, it will test if a user logs in. So let's imagine that you have like two users or two level of users. First one is the normal user. The second one is let's say the admin user. The admin user, when they logged in, they have to go to the dashboard, which is the admin dashboard. But if it's a normal user, they need to go to the normal home screen. And you can actually do an automatic testing, test that. And my idea is that if you run it, you should be able to run it inside FlutterFlow and then get an actual result and get like green, which is pass, or red, which is not pass. So fortunately, you cannot actually do that within FlutterFlow by the end of 2024. So I would say no to that as well. And the next one I'm going to talk about is item number 4. Item number 4 is more widgets. Yes, FlutterFlow actually introduced more widgets. This is self-explanatory. And yeah, for that one, this is an easy one. I was thinking all of them was actually an easy one, but unfortunately not. And for that one, I would say yes, because yeah, we have like more widgets. We have also improved widgets. So yeah, definitely I would say to this yes. The fifth one is cloud function enhancements. What I mean by that is that sometimes you get errors. I was thinking that by the end of 2024, we'll get FlutterFlow fixing the way cloud functions are actually implemented. And also, so the code analyzer is not working for cloud functions, unfortunately. Also, sometimes the deployment is not even working. The errors messages that you're getting are not very explanatory. You just say, most of the time you just say, it's just saying like contact the support team, which is not very great. And you cannot use Java, which was actually introduced like 1 year ago. Sorry, Python is what I meant, because you can create the cloud functions in JavaScript, but you cannot use Python. So fortunately, I also has to say no to this prediction as well. Let's hope that this can be changed in 2025. The next one is integration of additional services. What I mean by that is like if we already have like Stripe, like we already have ad mode and so on and so forth. And my idea is that additional services can be introduced as well. And I would say to this one, yes. And the reason I'll say that I have predicted correctly is that we right now have libraries in FlutterFlow 2020 by the end of FlutterFlow 2024. And what I mean by libraries, have I not spelled that correctly? So what I mean by that is that we can implement right now. We can implement anything like Spotify, for example, Google Drive, Dropbox, or wherever you name it. We can actually implement it using libraries, and more implementations or services are actually coming by the day. So yeah, I would just definitely say yes to that one. Okay, so the seventh one is that I have predicted is wait a second, why it's not working. Okay, interesting. So the seventh one I have I have predicted is improvements in Superbase. And improvement in Superbase is actually they actually put like big improvements like real-time database, like queries, or queries, and queries, or queries. So the big improvements. Also, they have introduced Apple login, sign in as well, and a couple of improvements, like a couple of improvements. So yeah, definitely say that this one is a yes. And it was by the end, they had implemented like in November, December, but it was by the end of this year. So definitely say yes to that one. And then my eighth suggestion was, or not suggestion, but thinking that they're going to improve is refined foreground and local push notifications. And for that, I would say that my idea is that when right now the app is open and you send a push notification, the push notification will actually not be received by the app. So I was expecting that FlutterFlow is going to have a solution for that. So you can have like some kind of foreground notification or local notification, something like that, some sort of that. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So I would say no to that, and let's hope in the future they are going to actually improve that. And then the next one is custom map markers. And I don't know if you know, but yeah, yes, they already have implemented custom map markers. And I'll say yes to that because we are able to do that in FlutterFlow 2024. So right now. And the last one is native support for NFC and Bluetooth. And unfortunately, we don't have native support for that. Yes, we can actually implement NFC and Bluetooth using custom code in FlutterFlow, but we can implement almost anything. I would say anything in FlutterFlow, or okay, almost anything right now in FlutterFlow. And I'll say no to that. So my prediction for the list is actually 4 out of 10. You can actually see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a lot, but I'll say like it's like 40%. I was right. Yeah, so it's not great, but let's see. So what about my 2025 predictions? So let's sorry, let's write it like that. So 2025 predictions. The first prediction that I have in 2025 is that shift to library synthetic hierarchy structure. So what that means is that now more and more integrations are going to be introduced by the libraries. That is already happening actually. If you didn't notice that, you can actually go to the FlutterFlow official channel, and let me actually show you what I mean. They have released like the latest video they have released is about the Shadon. I hope I pronounced it right in FlutterFlow, and it's actually a library, and it says over here a free library And what that means, and what is actually that doing, is that give you access to a certain UI elements. Like you can see how the, or you can see not all of it, but you can see some of the elements over here. And this is done through a library. So more and more libraries are going to be introduced in 2025, and they're focusing greatly on those libraries. Um, I would not be surprised if, for example, the integration of Stripe or any other services will be changed to a library instead of the native one. Also, the super base one could be changed to library. So let's see if that will be the case. So that's my prediction number one. Prediction number two is advanced code editing. So what that means is that I expect by the end of 2025 to be able to edit, for example, the info pill list and also the Android manifest. And why not also the Gradle as well? So right now, currently in FlutterFlow, there is no way for editing those files. Yes, we can actually go. You can go to you can go to custom code. You can go to main. And you can actually add actions to the main, but you cannot edit directly the Android manifest, for example. And why you need that? Because some of the packages in Flutter, you actually have to do that. You have to change, or you have to add some logic that you have to do that in order to implement the package. So right now you cannot do it. You have to extract the code, add it manually, and then deploy, which is not a great thing at all. So that's my prediction number two. Prediction number three is plan and pricing adjustments. So what that means is that right now, if you actually go to FlutterFlow and if you go to pricing, let me actually open that for you real quickly. You are going to see that currently right now we have three tiers. I mean, the fourth one is free one. I'm not counting that one. We have three paid tiers. Sorry, two paid tiers. Actually, this is a team one. So we have like the standard one, which is 30 bucks per month, and we have the pro one, which is 70 bucks per month. The main difference between the two is actually with the 71, you can actually deploy your app to App Store and Google Play Store. And I expect actually to have like a low tier, maybe $30, or maybe lower tier, something like that. That will actually give you less access or less, not access, but less functionality to FlutterFlow. But it could be also limiting you the amount of projects that you can actually have in FlutterFlow. For example, you can have like one or two projects in FlutterFlow and then pay a lower price than $70 per month and still maintaining those apps in FlutterFlow. Because the idea is that, yes, you can have right now unlimited projects with the tier of $70, but that means that I guess like 95% of all the people from all the users of FlutterFlow, they're actually having like maximum two projects that are actually production ready projects and they're maintaining. Yes, I have a lot of projects in my dashboard, but half of them actually, or maybe less of half, are actually production ready apps. So I expect to have some kind of plan and price changing and adjustments. So that's number three. Number four is major upgrades to local run. So what that means is that I expect in 2025 that the focus of testing your apps will be more and more heavily focused or pushed to use local run. And I'm saying that from my personal experience because since they have introduced local run, I actually stopped using test mode at all because local run it's much better. It's running as fast as test mode, and it's also timeless. So you can actually have it for hours and hours and hours or running without any issue. Right now, the current local run has some issues, like for example, if for example I know that if you click on the console, if you open the Flutter console inside FlutterFlow desktop app, and you click to hot reload the app, it will actually stop the app itself, which is not a great thing. That's why actually I use my own local run for that. Uh, and I made a video how to use my own local run, and is this one right now. It's available only to my paid members, but I strongly advise you to watch that video and to set up the way I have done it with my local run. It's much faster. It's much more reliable, and you can debug it like a pro and test it like a pro. So I expect in 2025 FlutterFlow to actually make more and more improvements about the local run in their app for Linux and Mac. And why not release, sorry, not Linux, for Windows and Mac? And why not release also a Linux version as well? Who knows? Okay, and the fifth one is community-driven development. So increasing focus on community engagements through future voting, hackathons, and shared templates to drive innovation. I expect the community to be more developed in the next year. Why I'm saying that is because I see the employees of FlutterFlow, and I see that their hard work and dedication to make the platform greater and greater. So yeah, that's my expectation that we're going to see better and better, even better and better community and community like features and hackathons and voting and so on. Okay, the next one is building Git and branching support. So I see that FlutterFlow is actually heavily like using the Git technology, and they're heavily using branching as well. So you have this button over here. It's called branching. I'm not using it a lot, I was saying in my videos, but I expect to also use it a lot in 2025, or at least much more than I'm using it right now. And I expect that they heavily like introduce more and more features and like version control variations and rollback functionality, like merging and whatever you can think of, like with the Git features. So expect that to happen in 2025. Number 7, AI-driven automation, like auto-generating actions, integration of AI, like in FFDC last year, 2024, that was introduced the page generation. And so if I go over here, it was introduced the page generation. It was a new page generation actually, because we had a previous one, which was introduced a new component creation, and it was introduced sketch to component and page autocomplete. All of those are actually great. Magic Cursor, you can actually see it. I have access to Magic Cursor, but I'm not going to, I cannot show you how it works, fortunately. So I'm not going to use it. But Magic Cursor needs to be polished a little bit more. But I expect in 2025 to have more and more AI-driven automation, and also to be to be better and better actually. Um, and yeah, so if you haven't watched my videos, I have made videos for every single AI feature that was released for FFDC. So for example, the AI tools page autocomplete, and every single one I have released a video about that, so you can actually watch it. So that's about AI-driven automation. And the next one is 8, which is out-of-package import from pub.dev. So this is a big thing, actually. This is a big thing. Uh, I would be surprised if my prediction actually will be correct one. But you see how fast things are like developing. So who knows what will happen in the next year? But we have so for example, we can have like let's say a video and we have like Showy, for example. I'll just give you an example with this Showy, a video player. And why not just choose a package from DevPath packages and then automatically import it in FlutterFlow? I think that's possible. I think that's manageable, and it's even now possible. So my prediction is that this will happen in this year by the end of 2025. Let's see if I am correct or not. And then the ninth one is enhanced multi-platform support. Right now, we have support for web, mobile, and desktop. So we can build app for those platforms. So if I go over here and in the settings and click on platforms, you can actually see that we have Mac, we have Windows, and we have Linux as well. We have those three operation OS that no one is talking about. And why not actually increase that or make them work better? And I expect that to happen in 2025. There are other platforms actually Flutter. It's so universal that you can have, like, for example, for Android TV, you can actually create your app in FlutterFlow. And it's in Flutter, of course, so you can create it in FlutterFlow and you can actually export it. Or even other apps like you can, for example, you can use Flutter to control your phone. I don't know if you know that. I haven't tested yet. I haven't done that. I expect a video. I expect me to do a video about it in the future. But yeah, there are a lot of capabilities that we can do. So I expect some kind of better um, or more features are introduced regarding platforms in 2025. And the last one is the marketplace. The marketplace are actually, it's not happening much in the marketplace FlutterFlow, but right now they're actually pushing the marketplace and trying to make it better. So we have right now in the marketplace, right now we have libraries. So if you click on libraries, there are more and more libraries that are actually introduced here, and you can actually have access to those libraries. So that's a great thing, and also I expect more and more like optimizations to the marketplace. So it should be as easy as possible to actually, for example, write Stripe over here, or just write Spotify, for example, and it should be as easy as possible to actually integrate Spotify to your app. So right now we have like a um, UI elements that app will look like Spotify, but there is not like a real integration with Spotify. I'm actually trying to import a library, for example, that will do exactly that, but still it's not like accepted. So let's hope that it is going to be accepted soon. So yeah, that was actually the video that I have prepared for you. And before we go, I just want to say thank you very much for all the people who are paid members again, and shout out to Javier Castro. I hope hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you very much for being an elite member. So Javier actually reached out to me to have an access to one of my projects that I'm using in my videos. If you actually want to have a shout out in the end of each video, and also have an access to one of my projects. Consider being an elite member. For each month that you're being an elite member, you can have access to one of my projects, up to 3 projects. So yeah, so that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next video. Take care.